One student threatens another student, and the threatened child's parents quickly take out a restraining order.
Only in this case, the students we're talking about are 5 and 6 years old. CBS 58's Sandra Torres spoke exclusively with one of the families involved.
Paul and Michelle, despite the ages of the children involved, the family I spoke with is taking these threats seriously. They were quite explicit, and given that, they felt it was necessary to report it to police and file a restraining order.
I don't know where else to turn anymore.
Brian Metzger says he feels helpless.
There's many nights of no sleep.
Just 3 weeks ago, his 6-year-old daughter told him she's being bullied by another boy at Prairie Lane Elementary School in Pleasant Prairie.
It started with the threat of, I want to slit your throat and watch you bleed, to getting pushed down on the playground, to getting rocks thrown at her at recess.
Metzger says he was livid.
I would have thought high school, junior high, never kindergarten, never.
The first thing he did was report it to his daughter's teacher. Nothing changed, so he approached the principal about his concerns, but her response was not good enough.
Well, we think, he's just a kid, and we talked to him, and he didn't mean it. He admitted to saying it, but he didn't mean it. That's how she felt.
That's when he decided to take the matters into his own hands.
I'm not willing to take the chance that he did or did not mean it with everything else that's gone on in the country with schools.
He reported it to police and then filed a restraining order, hoping this will keep the boy away from his daughter.
Until he's either out of the school or I got to remove my daughter out of the school, that's how the situation needs to be handled now.
Although officials at Kenosha Unified School District cannot comment specifically on the case, they do tell us they are aware of the issue.
I can assure you that the district is looking into the situation and is working with the families to ensure the safety of our students, because that comes first and foremost.
Meanwhile, Metzger says he's glad he took action.
Some days I think I'm going too far, but yet everybody I talk to say you got to do what you got to do to protect your family.
And I've learned that another family has filed a similar report against this 5-year-old boy at the Pleasant Prairie Police Department. That family tells me tonight they're also considering filing another restraining order.
All right, Sandra, thank you. Now to a developing story. A schoolgirl shot and wounded this afternoon in the first of a series of shootings tonight in Milwaukee during a week when a ceasefire was declared. CBS 58's Keith Mecca is live with the latest on the wounded girl. Keith.
Michelle, it's believed the 11-year-old girl was taken to Children's Hospital in Wauwatosa for treatment right after that shooting. It happened in an alley near a school and a church on Milwaukee's north side this afternoon.
I heard like 6 or 7 shots just go off in the back of the house. And I was like, wow, that was like real close.
Milwaukee police swarmed the area of 25th and Capitol about reports of those shots being fired. It apparently happened in the alley right behind Tony Stewart's home.
So I went outside to see what it was, and all I seen was a car speeding up the alley here and turned around and went down that way.
Stewart believes that car was carrying a 29-year-old man and his 11-year-old stepdaughter, who were both wounded in the shooting.
It was actually real frightening because, it was just, you never know who could have been out here, kids or anything, and all you hear is gunshots, and, like, bullets don't have no name on it.
It's crazy. Certain lines you don't cross, that's one with a kid, You just don't do that. Certain stuff you just don't do. An innocent baby.
The 11-year-old girl's uncle told us she was shot in the mouth area, but fortunately police say her injuries and the injuries to her stepdad are non-life-threatening tonight. Meanwhile, police taped off several blocks while searching for evidence.
Driven with a vehicle, so there's some glass, and we're just, again, still trying to piece everything together.
And people in this area are just sick of all the violence.
About the end of the day, it's all over nothing. Like, stupid stuff. Somebody look at you or, say something dumb.
Should nobody be getting shot, especially children, So it's like no regard for the kids, for the neighborhood, for people in general. It's just crazy.
Apparently there was an argument between the stepdad and another man just before that shooting. Now witnesses say the suspect fled in a car westbound right after that shooting, and tonight Milwaukee police are still searching for that suspect. We are live downtown tonight. Keith Mecca, CBS 58 News.
Thank you, Keith. More gunfire soon followed. At least 3 shootings and 2 wounded between 4:30 this afternoon and 6:45 tonight. No fatalities. These pictures are from the intersection near 21st and Hadley earlier tonight. At this point, there's nothing to indicate the shootings were connected, only that they all occurred during Milwaukee's annual Ceasefire Week, a community outreach program which will include a gun buyback on the 17th.
It's no secret construction on 794 has created some challenges in terms of parking in downtown Milwaukee. Many commuters who relied on public parking have now been forced to use private paid lots instead. And perhaps realizing they have commuters over an orange barrel, at least 2 of those paid lots in the 3rd Ward are jacking up their prices effective tomorrow.
I don't know, I think it's ridiculous.
I've always been in this cheaper lot, but all coworkers of mine, their rates have increased pretty drastically. I do not like them, but it's kind of something you have to live with and work downtown.
And the parking situation figures to get even tougher and more expensive once the festival season officially gets underway. It turns out an accident that had eastbound 94 completely shut down in the middle of rush hour today was a little more serious than initially reported. It happened at about 20 to 5 this afternoon near Highway 100. That's in the construction zone just west of the Zoo interchange. There were a total of 4 vehicles involved, 2 trucks, a van, and a car. One woman was trapped and had to be cut out of the wreckage, we're told. 2 people were hurt, including that woman, although it's not clear how serious their injuries are at this point. It took more than 2 hours for all the lanes to be reopened, and the DOT says the backups stretched for more than 5 miles.
A time of tribute for those in the rank and file who serve with honor and have gone above and beyond. A stirring scene at the Milwaukee Police Academy as the department handed out awards for merit to nearly 90 officers, and among them, Officer Eric McGee. It was last November while off duty, he and his son helped a barber who had been wounded by a robber. McGee handed over his iPad to the suspect, and then investigators were able to track the device to make the arrest.
It feels good to be honored, but, you know, it's more for my son. He's a big hero here.
In fact, Officer McGee's 11-year-old son was among the 15 citizens also honored tonight for heroic efforts to assist those in need and help make our community safer. And honors tonight for Officer Christine Forsman in Racine, who helped save an elderly woman from Illinois who became disoriented and wound up in Wisconsin. It happened last December. The 71-year-old driver's family had been looking for the woman for more than a dozen hours, not knowing what happened, until they got a call from the officer and explained where their mother had wound up.
This may be the last time we ever get to refer to Herb Cole as the owner of the Bucks. ESPN's Brian Windhorst is reporting that the sale of the team to hedge fund billionaires Mark Lasry and Wesley Edens should be finalized tomorrow. Windhorst also says that the Donald Sterling scandal led to an extra thorough vetting process, but he says that process is now complete and that the NBA's Board of Governors is ready to sign off.
Stealing cars taken to a whole new level in Milwaukee.
For starters, there are some vehicles, some tow truck companies that just strictly go out there, hook vehicles, basically stealing them and getting rid of them and junking them.
Police say an increasing number of tow truck drivers now implicated in auto theft. That story is moments away.
From the CBS 58 Weather Center. Now, your complete first alert weather with Mark McGinnis.
So I apologize for my voice tonight. I'm a little bit under the weather.
Hanging in.
Yeah, well, one thing that would make me feel better is a little bit warmer weather. Meteorologist Mark McGinnis is standing by in the Weather Center.
You, me, Michelle, and everybody else here in southern Wisconsin. Absolutely right, Paul. Tonight, though, what we're tracking, what I've been tracking throughout the evening, light rain showers, mainly impacting Lakeside in Kenosha and Racine County. You can see the green there just hugging, say, the first, 2 to 5 miles. As you head from east to west in Kenosha and Racine County. You get north and west of there, and it's fairly dry. Some sprinkles there in southwestern Walworth County. That's about it. As we go on through the night, we've got a lot of rain out here over Lake Michigan. Fortunately, from a storm that for the most part will miss us by, but some of this rain will back north and west during the night. Let's show you that our neighbors out east getting hit with a big soaker tonight in Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. Thankfully, we're not seeing that because of all the rain we had back on Sunday and Monday. So again, we're going to get hit with the backside of this storm during the course of the night tonight. That means some light rain and some cool temperatures too. Look at all the 40s at 10 o'clock. Everybody here in southeastern Wisconsin is in the 40s, 46 to 49 degrees. Out in Waukesha right now, it is still dry, but that looks like it'll change in the next few hours. Overcast 46 and a north wind of 6 miles an hour. Here in Milwaukee, look at the low for tonight, 41 degrees, well below average, cloudy with the scattered showers starting to again move to the north and to the west and get it wet in here in the morning. Look at this. During the course of the morning commute, we have some rain showers at the very least, forecast from 6 a.m. all the way until the noon hour. And as far as rainfall totals, I can show you that as we approach tomorrow morning, right along the lakefront in Milwaukee, we could have as much as an additional third of a tenth or 3/10 to a third of an inch of rain here in southeastern Wisconsin. So let's look ahead on First Alert Precision Forecast. Look at the rain. The green here advancing north and west, so at 3 o'clock in the morning, all but our inland counties have some rain showers. The rain showers will try to break up tomorrow, but they'll be light and scattered during the course of the day, maybe a few less on your Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Forecast rainfall tallies are going to be highest lakeside, maybe approaching 4/10 of an inch of rain in Racine and Kenosha. Lighter amounts, if any, as you head north and west. 50 degrees for your high on your Thursday. Cloudy and cool, patchy light showers again, and a northeast wind on Friday, 50. So we repeat that. Scattered light showers. Saturday's mostly cloudy. Could get a sprinkle in here on Saturday. High temperature of 54. And finally, sunshine on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week as you see those 60s move back into the forecast.
Still ahead, boy attacked by dog, cat saves boy.
Also, those popular bouncy houses are racking up the injuries.
The first little boy came out, landed in the middle of the road right there.
They're good, but it's okay.
Plus, it's an anti-bullying video, but school officials are apologizing for showing it to students.
And Major League Baseball with a final decision tonight on the Carlos Gomez suspension. Those stories when the CBS 58 News at 10 continues.